Hello everyone, and welcome to day 46 of this Unity game development journal. So, following along with this game development process, and still in the early stages, trying to figure things out, but I think I have it nailed down for the map and level design system that I'm going to be using. So the first few weeks of this experiment here, I started working with just the regular game objects in Unity and trying to build out a level there, just seeing how things worked. And I quickly came to realize that it was going to be a whole lot of work to design an entire map that way. So I switched over and started experimenting with tile maps. Now, Tilemap worked really great for designing the world and then getting pathfinding to work for AI, which was an amazing step forward. But the problem I ran into was getting the player to interact with that map the way that I wanted them to. It ended up becoming quite a big chore. And a lot of code would have to be written to get it to work the way that I want it to work. So I decided to stop and work on a mashup of both of those techniques, using the tile map for the background and the pathfinding, and then using Unity game objects for the upper layers. So let's just take a look at this Alina world that I'm working on right now. I have my tile map set up here, which is this whole world. And then I have, if you zoom in here, I have all my objects, which are these trees, the rocks, the bushes and things. So I started working on this environment and I have these objects right now done, which is the trees, the stones, the signs, bushes, hedges, and stumps. So in the future I'm going to need fences, stone walls, buildings. Anything that's on top of the ground is going to be a game objects, and everything that makes up the background layer will be the tile map. And that will also have collision information for the AI. Okay, so let's just take a look. Okay, that looks good. Alrighty. I'm going to jump back over to the main scene here. You can sort of see what I had to do in Photoshop is take this big tile map here, and I started breaking out a couple of the pieces into individual pieces. So I have the tree bottom here and the tree top, and then I put those two things together into a game object and then place that onto the map. And I also spent a lot of time resizing those objects to get it to fit the grid system as well as interact with the player a little bit better. So the tree has been completely resized from the original tree. Like it's about 60% of the size of it, plus the proportions are completely changed, which really works well with this game so far. So I'm going to play it on maximum here. And we're going to see a few things. Not everything is done for collision wise, but a lot of the objects are in place. So the tree's all working there, and I got the sign working. Perfect. And the bush here has collision on it. And then we're going to have the bee come up here. There they are, and they're going to push me. That's great. Now they don't have collision against themselves, but that's fine. It's not a big deal for me. I do have them on random speed, so they should separate. Yeah, they're just, the speed is randomized so close to each other that they're just flying with each other. One of the bugs which I still have to fix, I have sort of took a break from AI for a second, was the if I get really close to one of their collision zones, they stop moving. So I'm just going to have them, because they're trying to pick the player position, and the player position is a it is a position that they're not allowed going to, so it just stops. It doesn't do anything at that point. So I'm going to have it just pick a position close to the player at that point for them to travel to, just so it's a little bit more realistic. So let's just kill these bees for now. Well, one thing I'll just show you before I kill them is they are taking the bridge. The reason why they're not colliding with each other is, and I can collide with the player but not each other, is when they collided with each other, what would happen was they'd push each other off the grid so that they would stop taking the path. Like they would think they're taking the proper path, but their actual image wouldn't be. So that was something that I had to just fool around with the collision. So anyways, I'm going to just kill these guys because they're getting a little bit annoying. There we go, they're dead. Okay, so one other thing I have done, which is really cool, I'll come over here to illustrate it, is the destructible bushes from the first week. So that's back in play here. The sword will actually destroy those. The rock is actually an object that I'll be able to lift up, so that's pretty neat. Don't have the interacting code. I have the destructible code done, but I don't have interacting code. So the signs and the lifting objects don't work yet, but the destroying the bushes does, which is really, really satisfying. So anyways, that is it for the update so far. So I'm moving along, blending these two systems together, the object system as well as the tile map system. AI is really working well. There's a few minor little things I could fix up on that, but for the most part, it's working really good. The movement's working good, collision's working good, attacking's working good. I like it. One of the things I'm going to be working on in the future after I get this tile map licked is changing the character from a sprite sheet to a skeletal frame that I then put, like the head on, the arm on, the body arm, the leg on, and then I can animate all those things separately. I think I'm going to do that for all the characters. The enemies will be sprite sheets because it's just easy to do, and they have less frames to animate. So that's sort of my game plan. I'm going to hopefully try that out. If it doesn't work, I'll just keep these tile sheets because they do look pretty good. Just need a little bit of cleaning up, but really, really cool. And that's that. So I'm going to leave the video here. Got a lot done, moving much closer to the final product. Very excited about that. And we will talk to you later. Subscribe if you want to follow along with the development of this game. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.